Hey, Claptrap.
Hello everyone, welcome to Cyberstream Gaming. I'm Sam.
I'm Johnathan.
And we are playing Borderlands. And we're going to be playing a lot of it.
I'm invisible.
Hey, I'm invisible too. Weird.
Where are you at?
Where are you?
Hold
Jonathan.
my hand, I'm scared.
Jonathan.
Being invisible is scary.
I don't like it. I can't
There's
see my
stuff
feet.
on my face. Ah! Okay.
Anyway, we're going to be doing theoretically a full playthrough of Borderlands 1 because we've never done it.
Whoop, whoop. I'm not
Hey,
invisible.
you're visible.
Okay.
So it's going to be more podcasty because it's a long game and we don't have anything like that. So that's what we're going to do.
While we're going through the boring, meaningless, objective-filled side quest, you get to hear us talk, whether you like it or not. So
yeah, you'll be hearing a lot of it. If you don't like it, then leave. That's all we have to say there. So anyway, we'll be talking about E3, even though we're a tad bit late, but who cares? It's our podcast. We can do whatever we want.
My opinion.
I wanted that. I don't even know what it was, but I wanted it.
I gave you the more valuable one, so...
You gave me a pistol, didn't you?
Anyways... So the game that I want to know about the most from E3...
Nope, we're going in order. We're going to start with EA.
No! I want to know! Well, that's good, because that's kind of where I want to know.
Yeah, of course. I figure we'll just go in order, so theoretically I don't lose track. I got to watch most of the press conferences. Well, most of the press conferences. Stuff happens. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, we'll start with EA, who really did not put on a great press conference. But they did show off Titanfall 2, and they did show off Battlefield 1. So there you go.
And double
Yeah.
What color should I be?
You're gonna be pink and purple again, aren't you?
This is not really a good purple, but
yeah, there we go.
Anyways, so what games were all shown at EA's conference?
A lot of... actually, there really wasn't much. I mean, it started off with Titanfall 2, which actually had a pretty solid showing. They had the campaign trailer, which they seem to be going pretty interesting dynamic by exploring the relationship between a pilot and the actual mech. So the mech seems to be an actual character, which seems really cool to me. I like that idea. I would have never thought of that myself.
They're taking the facts that the mechs have AIs and
doing
what every other game does with AIs and gives them a character role.
In fact, the trailer, I don't think the human character said anything. Like, it was all about the mech talking to like a superior officer, and his original pilot had died, and he linked to a new one. And so apparently the supervisor was not very happy about that. But, he was claiming that he had to do what he had to do. It was kind of an interesting premise.
Wow, that guy's doing some cool donuts.
Yeah, he's a pretty slick driver. The multiplayer, of course, looked awesome. Grappling hooks, which should fit right in Titanfall.
Sliding. Oh, sliding.
I didn't see any sliding, per se.
I did.
Did you? Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I missed that. I'm happy about that.
I saw power sliding.
Yes, I want sliding. But
alright, let's try and aim the world's most inaccurate sniper.
I can't aim with the shotgun. Right up in their face. This thing does no damage.
This game has the most beautiful frame rate. What are we doing? We're killing bad guys. Okay.
Yeah, we're killing bad guys. It doesn't matter. I mean, Johnathan and I love Battlefield 1. Titanfall 1. So, we're going to give the game a shot, of course. They added... It seems like they're adding a lot of weapons and variety and stuff, which I honestly didn't care about. I liked how balanced Titanfall 1 was. And having a lack of stuff really didn't bother me very much. Because it felt kind of more arena-like.
You gotta give them credit. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna do a good job regardless.
Yeah, I'm really not upset they went multiplayer only either, because they clearly spent a lot of time polishing what they had. They had the best movement system ever. Yeah. It's so smooth and fluid. We were doing a Let's Play in it the other day, actually. So that's already out, I believe, on the channel. But, what's the melee button? Oh, it's right stick. Darn it. Death cry.
Get back up.
Yeah, I am.
Man, this game, these guns are absolutely the best ever.
They are. Yeah, they're really good. I hope they're all in Titanfall 2. Darn it. Did it again.
I mean, come on, that was pretty much instant karma on that one.
Yeah. Where's my crappy shotgun? It's literally called a busted shotgun. Like, can Rick not clue in here? I have no help.
Oh, I finally got a headshot with my sniper.
Yeah, good for you.
Been playing Battlefield all day. Snipers work a little different in that game.
Fair enough. Fair enough. They showed a little bit of Mass Effect Andromeda, and by a little bit I mean none. It was all like developers like working on the game, which is essentially like, hey, we've started it and we have literally nothing to show for it. Here's a trailer. And the problem is this game's supposed to be out next year. So, yeah, that doesn't inspire confidence.
Yeah, but Mass Effects have a good ring to the name, so.
Yes. On the bright side, they gave us a horrendous amount of story for FIFA. So that's good, because we all care about that.
FIFA?
Yeah.
Story?
Uh-huh. That was... I think they spent more time on FIFA than anything else. Really? It was really boring. We don't care about sports games, so yeah, that was completely lost on me.
Yeah.
It was so hokey, and they were trying to be so dramatic in the trailer. It hurt. It was cringeworthy. And I mean, I get people want to play them. People don't want to play FIFA for the flippin' story. No one wants that. You just want to play soccer and beat your friends at it. Like, that's it. That's all anyone wants to do, right? Am I crazy?
Zed. Yeah. Sports games have never been super.
And plenty of them have tried story, but it doesn't really pay off. But anyway. So
next press conference.
Then no, we're not done with EA. We still got to talk about Battlefield.
Oh, duh.
Battlefield 1 does look amazing. I've heard
I'll be buying that one next week.
Yeah. I will, yeah, we'll definitely be playing that on the channel. It looks awesome. It looks like it's going to have ridiculous amounts of destruction. I found out the Zeppelin is drivable in the multiplayer. And it just appears out of nowhere for the losing team, actually, near the end.
Oh, fun.
They get the Zeppelin, right, no matter what, to help them get back in the fight, which is an interesting idea. Awesome. I'm worried that during a close match, essentially, you may have teams trying to I hope there's some sort of threshold to like how badly you're doing. Like if it's a close match, I feel like the Zeppelin may hurt more than help, you know, in terms of a fair match.
I could.
I'm hoping that's a thing. I have no idea. When you crash the Zeppelin,
for the looks of it,
it
didn't look like it did a whole lot. Like it had some cannons way up on it, but they're kind of hard to use and stuff.
I mean, you have an amazing vantage point.
Spawn point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
So
we're just running around.
Running around in circles. We got to go talk to Dr. Zed.
Yeah, you go handle our mission stuff. Yeah, when the Zeppelin crashes, it will break down whatever buildings are under it, and you actually can fight through the debris of the Zeppelin. Yeah. So it's got like some real-time destruction stuff, and that's pretty wicked.
That's always Battlefield Day for you, but
the medic class is back. Granted, I kind of play Battlefield sparingly, so I don't know what does and doesn't have it. I know people are excited about the medic class returning. So
the medic was it not there in Hardline?
I don't think so. No.
Huh? Because it's been in every Battlefield I've played.
Okay, what? Why isn't the gate open?
Let's follow. All right, well that's the end of this Let's Play. We gotta talk to Claptrap, I think.
Okay.
He's gonna do something.
Oh, we just had to go walk up to him. Gee, that's great.
Oh, he gets lonely. So, oh
yeah. Oh yeah, they decide to come in and invade our personal space.
I leveled up.
I did too. But yeah, Battlefield 1 looks great. It irritates me when people online talk about Battlefield returning to its roots. Battlefield has never done World War One. No one's ever done World War One. World War II and World War One are very different. Let's go rescue Claptrap. Yeah. Yeah, so World War One's gonna have like way more variety to it. It's got all sorts of strange things like cavalry and trains. Apparently there are armored trains in the multiplayer.
Well, we have seen that in Battlefield before, so...
Have you seen trains?
There's a train map on Battlefield 4 where one of the conquest flags was on a train that moved around the map. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I literally just bought Battlefield 4 because it was on sale for $5. Where's the repair kit?
Okay, we gotta go get a repair kit, I guess.
Yeah. So I have not actually gotten around to playing it yet. But I'll get there. I did play Hardline when it came out. I was really excited about Hardline with the new premise attached to it and all. It was it's kind of meh.
Yeah.
But you know, that was visceral.
Battlefield 1 looks like it's gonna please.
And unlike Hardline, Battlefield 1's a dice game, so you know.
Yeah.
I guess it would be more fair to expect higher things from DICE than Visceral for a Battlefield title. Let's go kill Skags.
They're called Skanks.
Skanks, yes. That's what I said. Yeah, Battlefield 1 might be the most interesting title coming up soon. As far as I'm concerned.
It's just different. Nobody
different.
does but World War One.
Yeah, unless it's like a story game. There are a bunch of those in World War One, but
but no mass multiplayer games like that.
Not a first person shooter.
48 on 48, isn't it?
It's I don't remember. It's big. I don't know that it's that big.
I'm pretty sure I saw it. It was 48 on 48.
Yeah, I
saw a lot of gameplay of it.
Yeah, they had that hour-long stream right after it. I did not watch that though, because I was in the middle of doing stuff. I watched the main press conference and tuned out at that point.
I watched a little bit of that stream. It was fun watching Zac Efron, just play Battlefield.
Okay.
I don't know why, but he was one of the people that got to come play at E3.
Why? What'd he ever do?
He got abs.
Fair enough. I guess that's why I wasn't invited. So, yeah. Overall, it was not a great press conference. Essentially, EA was saved by the fact they actually had 2 good games that were going to be coming out this year. And they also talked about Star Wars while not saying anything. So that was great. Like, yeah, we've got a bunch of Star Wars games in development. Here's what they are. We have no footage, no details, no nothing. It'll be great, though.
And I'm sure everybody clapped really loud.
Yes. I think they were clapping out of bewilderment. But, anyway. So, next up, Bethesda. They opened up with Quake. Which, yeah, Quake. That would be the other thing besides Doom and Wolfenstein. Unfortunately,
I didn't even know Quake was coming out.
I think it might be PC only. Like, Quake Legends, I believe it was called. I think they're trying to make an Overwatch game, essentially.
That's funny.
Great, yeah. That's kind of what it seemed like. There really wasn't much to go on. It almost half seemed like they were talking about a game that was already out, too. So I might be missing something. I have actually played a little bit of Quake 4. I do have Quake 4. Oh, and which comes with Quake 2, so I guess I played some of that, too. But, when it comes to, we really need to pay a little bit more attention to this stupid game. I think the med vendor stuff is...
I was like...
Where's the power coupling? Is that somewhere else? Okay.
I got the power coupling.
Okay, so we got to put it back in the vendor and buy the shield. Okay. All right, I got it. Anyway, I'm certainly interested to see what they do with Quake, since they've done, I believe, a good job with Wolfenstein and Doom. Just throwing things out there. They did talk a little bit more about the future of Doom.
Yeah, what do they have to say on that one?
Hell areas are going to be added to Snap Map.
Cool.
Which is good.
Something everybody's wanted.
Yeah. I mean, Snap Map hasn't been around very long because the game hasn't been out that long. So, you gotta give it a little bit. But that was sort of the big things. The rest of it was kind of vague. It's like, yeah, there's going to be more guns and more stuff and what you'd expect. So I think Snap Map is a pretty valiant effort. Not really because it's fantastic, but simply because most console games, especially, they just don't have those sorts of editors. So, it's nice to have one at all.
Halo 5.
Yeah. Their Forge is amazing. It's just, who cares?
Alright, what else was it, Bethesda?
They announced Prey 2, which it's going to be called Prey. So apparently Prey was some game that was sort of a kind of an underwhelming game that came out years ago. That there was going to be a planned sequel, and it just sort of got it's stuck in development hell, And
oh, hey, there's a weapons crate up here.
So
that's not a weapons crate.
Anyway,
it's an ammo crate.
Kind of come out with that. I never played the first one, so it really doesn't mean much to me. What else? More Elder Scrolls Online stuff where they were patting themselves on the back on how great they've made the game.
Really?
Since launch, yeah. Just in case anyone's wondering, it still is a multiplayer game with no multiplayer. But other than that, they never fixed that part. And then again, they made everything else just so great. I don't even know what they were yammering about. They lost me, but I would just go and kill bandits. Jeez. Alright. I tend to just follow you and you're never in the right place.
Sorry, I like to wander.
Yeah, no, I do too. Stop being so happy, Claptrap. There's no time for
that. Nobody likes you.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Elder Scrolls Online, that was boring. Skyrim Remastered, because, yeah, let's cash in on that some more. But,
when is that coming out? I haven't heard anything about it.
It's coming out this year, but I don't know exactly when. It's going to have mod support on consoles like Fallout 4, which there's something worth getting, I think, for those who really like Skyrim.
Is there any new features besides just remastered?
Well, I mean, the mods, those weren't on the 360 and PS3.
Alright, how much are they charging is the big question.
I don't know. I really don't know. I think it might be a full 60. If they didn't make an...
it's ridiculous.
I don't know that for sure, though.
Well, if they didn't make a point to tell you it wasn't 60, it's 60.
Probably. So they announced some more like DLC stuff for Fallout 4, which, yeah, you get to go to like a Nuka-Cola place. Seemed cool, but if you're into Fallout 4, I suppose. Let's see. There was
a game that I have and never beat.
Yeah, same here. It just didn't grab me. Guess it didn't really grab you either.
Like I did, I enjoyed it a lot. I just got away from it, and I don't like to pick stuff back up after
It can be kind of hard to do
that.
There's
so many storylines and stuff to keep up with. It just once they fade out,
you kind of got to start over. Yeah.
Yeah, because I just feel like I'm not immersed with the storyline anymore.
Sure. There really wasn't anything just huge. They spent most of the time on Dishonored 2, which I have...
Is there any gameplay of that?
It was a lot of gameplay of it. If you recall, the last press conference they had last year, they spent like the last half of the conference talking about Fallout 4 with gameplay footage and showing everything. They kind of did that with Dishonored. It wasn't quite as long, but that's how they ended it and all. Huh. And... Again, I didn't really play the first one. I started it.
I did. It was awesome.
I mean, again, it seems cool. The atmosphere of that game seems awesome, but yeah, it didn't really make much difference.
To the core, we are truly multiplayer fanboys.
Well, I consider myself more of a co-op fanboy than multiplayer, but yeah, it's single player. So I like to be able to play with friends. Games like Borderlands. This scratches the itch. I guess we should mention we haven't actually played Borderlands to completion at any point before, either one of us. We played the pre-sequel in Borderlands 2, and really enjoyed them.
I haven't played the first one much at all.
So, other than that. Okay, I can't remember anything else going on with Bethesda. Like I said, there wasn't much for me to take away from it. Not that it was a bad conference, but yeah, they're not releasing anything anytime soon that I'm interested in. After that was Xbox. So the internet automatically hated it.
Yeah.
Because reasons, I don't know.
TK Baja, gotta love him.
Yeah, I think there was some good stuff there at the Microsoft conference. The notion that there's no more Xbox One exclusives is pretty crazy, or at least they didn't have any. They're all Xbox and PC. Which is awesome because it's cross-buy. Woohoo!
Cross-buy, and aren't some of them cross-play?
I believe some of them are, yes. But not all of them are crossplay. The saves do transfer over. I know that for all of them. So
that's kind of cool.
So essentially, they they've announced a batch of Play Anywhere titles. So it means if you buy the game digitally, you automatically get the PC version, or the Windows 10 version specifically, because we wouldn't want you playing on an older version.
Yeah,
that would be ridiculous. The saves will transfer back for all of them. You only get the cross-buy if you buy the digital version, so no disc copies for that. I was hoping they were going to be like, oh yeah, just stick the Xbox One disc in your PC, it'll install. I thought that would have been cool, but nope. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, even their heavy hitters are Play Anywhere, like Gears 4. I mean, besides Halo, Gears is probably the biggest first-party series they have. So throwing that one in is a pretty significant move, you know. It shows that they're serious about it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's still first party, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, they do.
They're still promoting Microsoft product. Yeah,
absolutely, and they're trying to tap into the PC market because, you know, they have half the Xboxes sold as Sony has PlayStations. So, I mean, what are you gonna do? They're like, well, we need to sell more games. Essentially, what it comes down to. Because if I'm correct, I don't know how outdated this information might be, but I'd heard that Microsoft or Sony or whoever, they make more money on the games than they do the consoles, like significantly. So, you know, frankly, as long as Microsoft is selling games somewhere, it theoretically ought to be better for
making money.
The game sells to be on more platforms. And obviously Microsoft would be comfortable releasing their things on PC, even if they wouldn't be comfortable selling on PlayStation or the NX or whatever. So I'm excited since I do have a computer that can run them, or should theoretically be able to run a lot of this stuff. You know, I'm getting free copies of free PC games, essentially. That's all it means to me. I can pick up.
If you're getting... So, I mean, I bet at this point you're going to buy Gears 4 digitally, which you would probably go into.
I was probably going to do that anyway, yeah. So, yeah, Gears 4 is a big one. One of the titles that sort of got lost, I don't remember them talking about it at the press conference at all, is Halo Wars Definitive Edition, which is a Play Anywhere title. It has been confirmed. You get it if you buy the $80 limited edition of Halo Wars 2. It comes with the season pass and Halo Wars 1, which has not been on PC before. Yeah, remastered with all the DLC. So essentially you're getting both games with all their content. And the Halo Wars 2 season pass sites, there's going to be like new characters, new campaign missions, as well as new maps. So it seems like they're really going all out on the season pass this time. Because I remember, even as big a Halo Wars fan as I wasn't interested in the DLC at all.
It was just maps.
It was just maps, yeah. And I think some game modes. So they seem to be... I like the idea of more campaign for Halo Wars. Halo Wars 2 does have co-op campaign, thank goodness, which is awesome. It's so rare to get that on RTS. And by rare, I mean it's literally the only game that has it that I know of. There might be more, but like no one does that. You're stuck in a garbage can.
Alright. Yeah. I was just amounting to what everybody told me I would.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. I told you that plenty of times. So anyway, I'm totally gonna buy the $80 version of Halo Wars 2 because you're getting another game. I
probably will.
And I love Halo Wars 1, so. Yeah, like I said, that one just sort of got lost. Another thing that kind of seemed lost to me is that ReCore is only going to be $40. ReCore, another Play Anywhere title, so get double. Yeah, $40 game. I've heard great things about it. It's not really my standard fare. It's more of a like puzzle platformy type game with shooting. But I think I'll probably get some enjoyment. I think it'll be fun to play for the channel and whatnot. So I'm gonna pick it up.
Oh, I forgot to equip my special level 3 weapons.
Oh yeah, we do have that, don't we?
That we do.
Yeah. Oh, the shotgun looks sick. It's green. So, yeah, very excited for Halo Wars 2.
When do we get our ability? At 5?
It's 5. Yeah, level 5.
Halo Wars 2 is a big one.
That's a big one. Sadly, got delayed until next year, but it's okay. We'll live. Yeah, ReCore's coming out soon. I want to say that one's like the earliest one. It's like September. Gears is October.
Well, so is Forza Horizon 3.
Oh yeah, Forza Horizon 3. That's another Play Anywhere.
That one always slips your mind.
It'll
be interesting to have a really
Forza
high
game,
demand, racing game on PC.
That's an interesting one. But then again, racing's not that big a deal on PC because there's no real advantage to playing it on PC. Like it's generally known that a controller is actually better for racing games due to the ability of a thumbstick. Being able to control the throttle and all a little more closely. I suppose there are probably some people with racing wheels and whatnot hooked up to their PC, so I guess those people are probably ecstatic as all get out,
Yeah, I bought a grenade, but you have to go buy one as well.
Oh, crap. Alright. Well, how do I get back over there?
The long way.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I played Forza Horizon 2. We both have that one. It was my first Forza game.
Like they tried.
They did.
Like Forza
it wasn't a
Horizon
bad
1
game.
to 2 was like just mainly graphics,
Oh, it was
like this one.
One of the most beautiful games I own. It looks so good.
Yeah, and then 2 to 3 just really seemed like, let's work on terrain. Let's give them the variety. I mean, just like the little trailer they showed just showed so much variety. Looked like Just Cause 2 all over again.
Yeah. Yeah, it really did. There was a lot more variety. So,
but you had like
I'm sure it'll be a good
city
game.
And jungle and desert and beach
mud. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were clearly heavily featuring the trucks, which really have had no real place in the Horizon games. There's no reason to use 1 and 2.
The expansion.
Oh yeah, Storm Island.
Yeah, Storm Island. Which I mean that.
You have that, don't you?
Trucks and stuff. Yeah, I do, and it's fun.
Yeah, I don't.
But they really wanted the off-road to be a little more
interesting. Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
I love they're really touching up the aspect that was lacking.
2, a lot of the off-road is just here, drive through a field, So they really wanted to...
Yeah. Run into some trees. Run into some more trees. Alright, we get to go kill 9
trees that are rocks, and then run into some trees that just fall over like bushes.
Yeah. So we go kill 9 cows right now?
Like, yeah, we can.
Okay. That's good. So we have admittedly tried to record this podcast once before. We ended up talking about nothing, and Johnathan lost his recording, so that's how that went.
Here we are.
Yep.
That's why we seem extremely uninterested in the gameplay.
That's because we are.
Yeah, and E3 is more interesting to talk about.
It
So, who's after Microsoft?
Have we covered everything Microsoft related? Oh, the new consoles. We should probably talk about that.
Oh yeah, because I know nothing about those.
Okay, so the Xbox One Slim is coming out this year, and Project Scorpio is coming out next year.
What's Project Scorpio?
I'll get to that in a little bit. So, the Xbox One Slim is no. I will tell you nothing. The Xbox One Slim is supposed to be 40% smaller than the VCR of an Xbox One we have now, and
wow.
yeah, it has the power brick built into the console. Finally taking a cue from Sony on that one. Let's see. It does still have its disk drive, though. Which, that was something people kind of expected to be gone. It's still there. It has like an IR blaster, which I believe was part of the Kinect, is now just built into the console.
Really?
I don't. It's not like there's a Kinect attached to it, because there's not. But I'll be honest. I'm not entirely sure what that's for. But I know they made like a note of it. It's gonna be able to upscale like video and all to 4K. It's not gonna be able to render things at 4K or anything, but like specifically video playback in 4K. That was one of the big things. They have done a slight redesign to the controller. It looks mostly the same, but it has Bluetooth capabilities now, which is awesome. So you can just hook it straight to your PC without needing the dongle. So they actually eliminated the need for one of their products, which is kind of crazy. A very un-Microsoft thing to do. But that's fantastic. It's very pro.
Over money?
Yeah. I feel like Phil Spencer actually cares about stuff like that. Like, just the tone of the Xbox division has been different since he took over. Let's quit screaming, I'll hear you. I
don't need your help.
I guess not. Is this weapon better than what I have? Yeah. Slap that on. So, anyway, yeah. There's not a whole lot going on with the S. I really don't have much interest in it myself. It's white.
I mean,
for what that's worth.
I think the smaller is kind of... The Xbox One is pretty big.
It's pretty big, yeah. But the thing is, I'd rather just wait for the Scorpio, you know. So here's the deal about Scorpio. It's supposed to be able to render games at 4K natively.
Huh.
Which is, nothing can do it. It literally will be the most powerful console ever released. It'll far surpass even the PlayStation 4 Neo.
You're just blowing my mind. I haven't heard any of these things.
Yeah, the Scorpio is going to be running at 6 teraflops of GPU power. The current Xbox One teraflops. The current Xbox One runs at 1.6.
Wow.
That's the amount of GPU boost that thing has.
It's funny because it was like literally, I want to say yesterday I was in the shower and I was trying to think of what the like the number or the unit for
GPU.
GPU, yeah. What it was.
Flops,
and then you just come out of here and say flops. It's not like pixel renderation or no, it's flops.
Flops, yeah. And we're in teraflops right now. So yeah, I mean, I believe like it probably could render things at 4K. It seems quite doable. Because that's a lot of power.
4K games. I mean,
I don't know. It's also supposed to be like VR ready as well.
The Slim was VR ready.
No,
I remember seeing an ad on that one. I swear I did.
I don't. Well, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't think I saw anything about it being VR ready. Now, what's interesting is that Microsoft did not announce a VR product. So it would seem most likely that they're going to be partnering with either HTC or Oculus to just
Probably
use one of the
Oculus.
existing ones. What would really excite me is if they'll run both, you know.
Yeah.
So, and my
Or
thinking
finally
here,
come out with HoloGlass.
HoloLens.
Those aren't VR or HoloLens.
That's
yet.
that's
They're not-
AR, yeah. But not
What
to
does that
mention
stand
that
for? Assisted reality
it
or something.
runs by itself. It's a self-contained unit. But Fallout 4 was announced for the HTC Vive during Bethesda's
Really?
conference, and
Huh.
I believe they said Fallout 4 would be on Xbox One VR. So it might be that it will run Vive. They might pick one, but the thing is, they clearly have ties to both of them, which makes no sense, unless they might actually be interested in running both, which would be really cool. I
You
I
mean
like that idea.
the closest thing in the world to a monopoly?
Well, they don't. What do you mean? No, it's quite the opposite. Letting multiple companies or working with
Yeah, I
multiple
know. That's what I'm
companies.
saying. Microsoft, the company, the closest in the world to being a monopoly, letting
Yeah.
other companies. What?
Manufacture things. Yeah, but here's the thing, if they're being as pro PC as they're trying to be right now, some of the PC audience that they're trying to market to at the moment would be VR owners that already have a headset, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas PlayStation's trying to appeal to their base that doesn't have a PC, you know. They know a lot of people who own PlayStations only own PlayStations. So it makes sense to, you know, pushing off as pro PC and trying to just not add another
Yeah,
VR
I
thing
can-
in the mix.
I
when
can
they already
really
have one.
support this just Windows 10 push, you know.
I
It's
honestly,
working for 'em.
yeah, I'm not upset by that at all. I like what I've seen. So
I mean, just
You know,
Minecraft Windows 10 Edition alone, that's a step, you know. That's them trying to push Windows 10 all platforms. Ooh, sweet. Okay, I got my ability. I hope they Bloodwing.
can. We are Windows 10 PC owners, and so it's just built-in integration for us.
Yeah, it's like if you're an Xbox owner and you just
kinda
happen to
feels like
have
free
a up-to-date
features.
computer, yeah, it's just like racking the free features.
Yeah, there's really no alternative to a lot of this stuff either. It's kind of like it's just there for you if you want it. So, yes.
He also has 3 balls.
He has
Well, I
3
needed
balls.
to know that.
Sure, why didn't you?
Did you get your ability? Because it'd be fun to test it out on him.
I haven't unlocked that yet. I am level 5.
Well, 9 toes will be dead before.
Yeah, I killed him. Now his pets are after us.
And do you have any grenades?
Yeah, how do I throw them again? Oh, right bumper.
R
Oh, well, I'm down.
RB.
Um,
Okay. Bloodwing, go out. Ah. Ah!
yeah!
One's down, one's down. Bring it on, Pinky!
Animal cruelty!
Oh, I see you got your ability there.
I did.
And started beating the crap out of Pinky.
I did. I do that sometimes. Alright, let's ravage his cave for free things out of the toilet.
Did they do any more HoloLens stuff?
No.
That was a big
Not
part
that
of
I
the
saw.
first conference last year.
It wasn't that big of a part. It was just a standout part where everyone went, whoa. It was really awesome. There's a sniper in here if you want it.
Sweet. Oh, I thought you were talking about... There's another crate in there that also had a sniper in it. And since I am the sniper of the squad...
Yeah, I don't have any... my thing's full. Crap. Alright, let me drop something. So anyway, as I was saying, the Ubisoft conference, as usual, was awful. There was a bunch of ridiculous dance routines. Aisha Tyler, who does not know how to host an event. I mean, she's funny, but, man, she's not a host. They did have South Park, The Fractured Butthole. And the stuff they showed about was pretty funny. Again, that's a show I haven't really watched, so. It was funny, though. They were making, it's all about superheroes this time.
Yeah.
Instead of Magic RPGs. There was Ghost Recon Wildlands, which of course looked awesome.
Yeah, that's the big one I wanted to hear
It's
about.
very, like, Grand Theft Auto-esque this time around.
Really?
They took out the cover mechanics from the most recent ones. Yep, they're gone. You're still in third person, and you're probably going to be crouched a lot, but you can be anywhere on the map really at any time, and if you're playing co-op, you can be on other ends of the map, just like GTA Online.
Wow.
And if you're taking down a mission, not everyone has to be there. Like, someone can bring backup and go get a vehicle, and loads of vehicles, which is awesome. That's something I believe is new to the series, as far as I know. Not that I haven't played all of them, which I haven't, but I have played a lot of them. I've been a Ghost Recon fan for a long time. Played it back on the original Xbox with the original game, and yeah, I believe it's new. It's a very different take on the series, but I'm very excited about it. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Who's the
as long as you
dev
got a buddy.
of that one?
I don't know. I want to say it's just one of those, like, Ubisoft insert location here studios.
Yeah.
There are a lot of those. So, it looks great. I'm excited. Watch Dogs 2, which, of course, everyone wants. Yeah.
I can feel the sarcasm.
No, it's great. It's wonderful.
To be honest, I haven't seen anything on it, but if they actually took some of the criticisms, it could be a good game.
It could. It's in San Francisco, which means I don't want it, but that's
Wow.
Not that I hate San Francisco or anything, but I don't like San Francisco. I'm just joking. It could certainly be a good game, but I mean, do we really want another GTA clone that doesn't really have much to do outside of it? Because there really wasn't a whole lot there, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
The
Like, if
first
they
one,
took
from my
some of the
understanding.
criticisms, it could be.
Yeah,
Like police boats.
but I don't know really what they do, you know. Like, what are they going to add to the hacking?
Just like, I don't know, more innovative hacking, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. It really doesn't interest me. The first one didn't interest me before it came out, so this one's not going to get me either. I'm trying to think of what else they add. There's a lot of crap. I'm sure they had some more Just Dance or something stupid. Well, actually, I know they did, because literally the first thing was a dance routine by some of the people, or by people in some of the most ridiculous costumes I'd ever seen.
Oh, fun.
It didn't make any dang sense at all, and it was really stupid. And did I mention it was stupid? So anyway, that's how they kicked it off. gosh,
There's a
star of the
video
show is
game
Ghost
industries.
Recon to me. It's just Ubisoft. They have no idea how to put on a show. Oh, I am missing something actually kind of big because I haven't gotten it. They did announce and subsequently release Trials of the Blood Dragon. So, yeah, for anyone who wanted a Far Cry Blood Dragon sequel, they got one in the form of a Trials game. Of all things.
What?
Yep. There is a
no idea.
Trials game. Trials of the Blood Dragon.
There's a Trials game that I don't own.
Yep. There is now. I believe they released it right away, too. I missed that part of it. I missed Ubisoft's conference together because I thought it was Tuesday when it was actually Monday. So I didn't find out about that one until later. But I don't have it. I mean, yeah, I really liked Blood Dragon and I like Trials Fusion, but it really, I mean, there were some interesting things. Like there were shooting platforming sections in the game, which seemed interesting. You could fire a gun while you were biking. So that was just part of it. You had to shoot things. I'm sure you probably like it, but it wasn't a DLC like the other ones they've done. It's a standalone game for $15. I'm feeling it's one of those I'll pick up once it's $5. You know.
I couldn't believe
I'm
I
sure
didn't know
it'll be on
about it.
sale in no time. Yeah.
Because you know, Trials is like my life.
I know. Yeah.
I don't know. Buying Awesome Level Max was pretty big on my regret list. It was a waste of... How much was it? $10, $15?
You had me get it when it was on sale, which was not long after it came out. I forget what I paid for it.
It wasn't worth it. The unicorn thing was dumb, to say the least.
I mean, it was incredibly stupid, but...
It didn't even play fun.
Yeah. Let's see. Then it's Sony. So Sony was it. One of the cool things they had is they had a live orchestra.
That's so
at
random.
the theater that would play along with the demos and to actually enter people on. It was a nice touch to the actual presentation.
Huh.
I'll give them that. I enjoyed them being there. Yeah.
Don't forget to sell your crap in the vending machines.
I think I already did. Okay, I think I accepted the missions.
Scooter.
So there was I was admittedly not very impressed with a lot of the stuff they showed. Unfortunately, there was a lot of things at the Sony's conference that aren't coming out really anytime soon. Last Guardian's coming out. That's the thing with the bird dog. I don't. That's, I think, really all they had for this year. Which seems very bizarre to me. But I'm sure there are people who will love it. I think it's the same people who made Shadow of the Colossus and Ico, which I've not played. But I hear Shadow of the Colossus is very good.
It's like one of the all-time favorite games.
Have you played that one?
Yeah, dude. I've killed all 10 of those big hairy beasts.
Yeah. So. Anyway, that's them. They didn't have Uncharted to lean on this time. Since that's supposedly over with.
Was one.
Infinite Warfare was there. Yeah, that's not. It's not really first party though. Like I'm planning on getting that for the Xbox.
Yeah. Just
So the
you said there
Infinite Warfare
wasn't- there
trailer
wasn't much
looked
coming out
great.
this year, but
There wasn't not first party. That's really it. Was The Last Guardian. But yeah, they did have Infinite Warfare. The trailer looked great. They pulled one over on the audience who legitimately didn't know what it was when they started playing it. I'm gonna be honest. I actually did pick up what it was pretty much right away. I recognized one of the names and went, "Oh, this is Infinite Warfare." I'm cool with it.
I mean,
It looks interesting. There's the
I
grappling
watched the
hook
trailer
again.
and I was just all the way through. I was like, "This is Call of Duty. Like, this is crazy."
Yeah, it's very exciting. You can tell it's Call of Duty really with the way the character's moving, like the animations and stuff are very familiar.
Yeah.
But the setting's really cool out in space, and
But just
you have to grapple hook onto debris and stuff. Yeah,
like it could really be its own title.
I
not
think
the
it
Call of Duty
can be.
name.
I mean, obviously, it's going to sell better by having it. Not to mention, I would imagine that Infinity Ward doesn't have the luxury of just breaking off. Like, we're going to make a new one. Activision's going to be like, no, you're not. You're making another Call of Duty. So, I have a feeling that that's what they had to do if they ever wanted to make a new game. So I'm excited for it. I was admittedly not very impressed with the Mech Dino game. I'm drawing a blank on what its name is. Shoot.
Yeah, I don't think I can use the catch rod because you're a host.
Oh wait, what? What do I do with the catch rod?
It says use it.
Okay.
I don't know.
In progress. Okay. What happened?
I don't know.
There's no catch ride. I didn't use anything, but
Okay,
it's like,
well,
yeah,
we
you
finished
got
the
it.
quest.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. So, what conferences do we have left?
We're just talking about Sony now. That's really all that's left. They unveiled a new, what I honestly thought it was Last of Us 2 to start with, but it's not. It's this game, Days Gone. It's another zombie game where you're a biker in the zombie apocalypse. I was thoroughly underwhelmed. It seemed they really want it to be an emotional story, and that was kind of what the trailer went for. I didn't like that very much. I thought it was very cliche. There was an impressive amount of zombies on screen. I'll give it that. But
we didn't talk about Dead Rising 4.
We did not talk about that. I totally just remember that as well. So Dead Rising 4 found out it is an Xbox One timed exclusive this time. So it will come out for PlayStation, I believe, and I don't know that it'll be on Windows 10. I don't think it's a Play Anywhere. But it's going to be out in December, actually.
What,
with
really?
4-player co-op. Yeah, it's a December release, which is not very common. But the game's set during Christmas time, so I guess it kind of makes sense. Yes,
that's
the
a
game
Christmas
is set during
present
Christmas
right there.
time. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So we got that. Anyway, back to Sony. What is the name of that game? It was essentially Horizon Zero Dawn. That took me way too long. It seems like it wants to be more of an experience than I was hoping for. I want a game where I can just kill dinosaurs, mechs, and stuff. I feel like we've kind of gotten overloaded on the sort of this is an experience type of game, Whereas dialogue choices and side quests and stuff, like, there's not much in the way of linear stuff. And I like having just a straight linear shooter every once in a while in linear games.
Just a game you can hop on and play, like Borderlands 1.
Yeah, like Borderlands. So But, you know, it does look cool. The settings, of course, really neat. But I don't know. There's something about the game, and I will admit the gameplay looked not particularly interesting to me. It looked like there was too much in the way of micromanaging your equipment.
Hey man, some people get off to that stuff, you know.
I know, but like that's what I'm saying about the you know, too much in the way of an experience. Like I don't
little dude up.
Like I don't really. I'm dead. I just immediately died. I got him. Revive me.
Reviving.
But yeah, I didn't think it would be one of those micromanaged games. It just didn't look like it right away, you know.
Yeah, it looked like a fun.
Just like shoot it, yeah. So it doesn't mean I won't play it. But you know, I think it'll be one of those I just sort of wait to see kind of games, like wait for reviews and all myself.
These guys are way higher level than us. Why are we here?
I don't know. You brought us here.
Oh, look at the marker.
Well, let's pick a different quest. Why don't we? To be perfectly honest, we could be about done.
Yeah, I was about to say we're almost on our last conference here.
Yeah. There was some Crash Bandicoot stuff that was interesting. Since PlayStation 4 is my first and only PlayStation, you know, I've missed out on a lot of various exclusives.
Shadow Colossus.
And all. Yeah, like Shadow of the Colossus. But, so, I've not gotten to play Ratchet and Clank. Or not Ratchet and Clank. That recently came out, and I don't have that one yet. I am going to get Ratchet and Clank at some point. Which it released to like $40 as well, but I'm still waiting for it to get cheaper. No, Crash Bandicoot is what I meant to be talking about. So, since Activision and Sony are now in a happy, I was gonna say marriage, but I think affair would, that would be more accurate. The Activision owns the rights to Crash Bandicoot still, and they have not relinquished them, but they are going to remaster Crash 1, 2, and one of the other games that I don't remember what it is, for the PS4. So I'm certainly interested in that, getting to play it. Caleb loves Crash Bandicoot, so I'm guessing there must be something to it. I've seen some gameplay of like the originals, and
they're just like nostalgic kid games, you know what I'm saying? So,
and you know what, I get it. You know, I played kid games. Maybe not that one specifically, but you know, I remember stuff like that. I think it'll be interesting to go and play for the first time. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to be on the watch out for that. And then, thank goodness, Crash Bandicoot's going to be at Skylanders. Woohoo! Everyone
really,
cheer and clap now.
They
literally took time out of the conference for. No, it wasn't a big deal. No one gave a crap, but they put it in the conference anyway, because they pretended like people at a Sony press conference would give a rat's behind about Skylanders. Look, Skylanders is huge, but the audience is entirely kids, you know. They're not going to be at that press conference. I also left off God of War.
Oh, yeah.
Again, that's another thing I've just completely missed. You played all three of them, haven't you?
I haven't beaten 3, but I did beat 1 and 2.
Yeah. 3, I believe, is available on the PS4. They did a remaster version for it.
Yeah.
I was looking into maybe getting it. You think I should?
Oh, definitely. If you just want, I mean, I know you're not a single player, but you know how you're talking about linear stories. I mean, that's a hack and slash linear story to the core. So.
Yeah.
It's like Gorefest mixed with hack and slash. So they're always fun. God of
played a
War is
game
the
pretty
first
much
game
like that.
I can think of that has like real-time actions and cinematics and stuff. There's a name for that. I cannot. Real-time
events.
Yeah, quick time events. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
They're not such a bad idea, but man, QTEs have been way overused in the video gaming world.
Mortal Kombat X. Oh, they were horrible in that game. I love me some Mortal Kombat.
They were fine because you didn't have to. You could mess them up. It didn't matter.
Oh, really?
Like, the ones that annoy me are the ones where if you get them wrong, you die. There was one thing on Call of Duty Ghost where I was having trouble with it, and I just died over and over and had to rewatch a cutscene. I was on, like, my veteran playthrough of the campaign, in which I didn't have a problem with it before, but for some reason, doing the QTE, just, like, I couldn't, and I have no idea what I was doing wrong. I think the time I got it, I was just pushing all of the buttons. It was one of those, and I finally like, okay, we'll let you through the thing that you're not even supposed to mess up. It was irritating.
Yeah. Anyways.
It's incredibly irritating. So, yeah, I think we pretty much covered anything of interest.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of... We'll talk a little bit. Which games coming out this year are you planning on getting? Because I'm thinking, I'm thinking I want Recore.
I mean, Recore's
something different.
It's one real high on my list. I know it's pretty high.
Yeah.
Battlefield 1's a must-have. Infinite Warfare.
Battlefield 1, definitely. I agree.
It's going to be really hard not to pick up Horizon 3, just because I love the second one so much, but.
I'm not a racing guy, so I don't care about it at all.
So I'll definitely be picking up that.
Another game I don't really care about. I have Skyrim on PC, so essentially, I have all of the things the remaster is touting. Yeah.
Yeah, you even have.
I've got the high definition. Yeah. So. Well, I think it's even like a real high definition pack for it. Yeah. It's not even like a mod. It's just a pack that Steam had for Skyrim, so yeah, it's not gonna do much. It wouldn't really do much for me.
Let's see. Gears 4. Well,
Gears 4, yeah.
But,
we did. We talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, but I'll probably pick up that just for the sake of the series. I don't know. I'm not
I'm excited for Gears 4.
It, but I know you are, so I'll definitely pick that one up.
Well, I mean, I came to the Gears series late and played all of them after the fact. But, it's a good story, and it seems like everything they've shown so far is, it's great gameplay, and everything they've shown so far has been pretty solid, They're not trying to overstep their boundaries like Halo 5 did, essentially. With Judgment, they're going back, they're rescinding Judgment. It's got like the old D-pad weapons. It's got Horde mode. Oh yeah, they announced Horde mode for it at E3.
Cool. Awesome.
I didn't watch that part of the conference because I was busy, so I don't know what all it entails. But yeah, Horde 3.0, which I expected them to do anyway. But because the guy in charge of Gears is one of the longtime Gears guys, so. It doesn't surprise me. So yeah, Gears 4, Dead Rising 4 might be one as well.
Yeah, for Christmas.
Simply, later on.
I mean, that would be just fun for the channel,
Oh yeah, I mean, Dead Rising 3
I really
was
enjoyed playing Dead Rising 3.
a good game.
We never even really got to play it together much, so.
There were some serious issues. Well, I mean, it was a launch title. It was kind of beholden to the mercy of the platform. And to be a launch title, it was really good. It was sort of a standout. And the co-op functionality did not really work. But I'm not sure it was the game's fault.
Just the upgrade from 2 to 3 was huge, and then the fact that they're just basically restamping 3 with a new face. They're
restamping 3 with Dead Rising 1's face.
Yeah. So
I never played 1. That's the one I don't have.
same.
But
So.
yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun for us to play, especially right around Christmas time. You know.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
There was. Yeah, Titanfall 2 is probably going to be a must-have as well.
That's not this year, but yeah.
It is this year.
Probably. Oh, is it?
That one is, yeah.
They're not having another March release?
No. Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 are coming out within 3 weeks of each other. Which everyone is going, really? I think Titanfall's coming out. I don't remember which one's coming out which. I want to say one's in October, one's in November. I really don't remember which one.
It's crazy.
Which, but that's all right.
There's a lot to it that are must-haves. It's like starting
yeah,
time.
Well, we got time, you know, get our money in order. But there's some good ones on the horizon. I'm pretty stoked. Gears 4 Horde mode, yes. And I had quite a bit of fun playing the Gears 4 multiplayer beta, and I really had never touched Gears multiplayer.
Really? I thought you hated Gears multiplayer.
Well, I touched it. It was not... I remember playing a little bit of the Ultimate Edition with you and not really being into it. It was alright. I mean, that's not why I play Gears, you know.
You play Gears for the Horde and for the campaign.
And the story mode, yeah. So, and those two will both be there. I'm all in. So.
Alright, well.
I think a lot of stuff got pushed into next year, which will also be must-haves, like Halo Wars 2 and stuff like that. Horizon Zero Dawn got pushed as well. So anyway, I believe we can be about done with this Let's Play podcast. Hope y'all enjoyed us
running around
wandering.
Town for the past
We've been doing
15
nothing
minutes.
for yeah, I know. Yeah, who cares? I mean, it's either this or
believe it or not,
run around
this is how
not
we
doing the
usually play
mission.
video games.
This is usually how we play Borderlands, yeah. When we play on
Minecraft especially.
Yeah, we just run around. Totally forget what we're doing.
Start jumping on all the buildings and
yeah, I mean, back before we were ever trying to film anything, yeah, we'd get lost just talking to each other like this. So this is kind of what we're doing.
Make people think
pretty much the exact same way we'd have these conversations too. Me telling Johnathan everything he missed. So
yeah,
expect more of that.
That's usually how it goes.
Sam is a big news buff when it comes to video games.
I've pretty much stopped trying because I just learn all my information from him. So
yeah. So we'll talk about something probably more topical. You can kind of expect us to talk about whatever. I mean, this time we had a lot to talk about with E3, but you know, we'll be talking about what we've been playing and
with the game next go around and all this. But I mean,
and I'm sure we'll talk about our deep personal lives.
The gameplay for the first 12 missions is absolutely garbage. So
true.
Anyways, well,
we'll talk about whatever, and it'll be fun.
Alright.
Yeah, this has been our first episode. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.
And don't hate our video that much. Bye bye. I love you.